late to the party again as usual. I'm gonna rebuild this pelvis here and try to get this ready for casting. So I gotta rebuild this peg. Well, I gotta do a little bit of remanufacturing here. Because I need to fit this piece on. Where's all my stuff? And it needs to fit, the center needs to fit this opening here. Which should be about this size. Is it this size? Yeah. So I'm gonna add this to here, but I'll have to remove a little bit of this inner part. I'm gonna remove this upper part here, because once this is seated, it'll go like above. I have another, this is a modified one, so it'll fit like this. So I have to work on that to get it ready for molding. So it's going to just involve carving down some stuff and gluing on this peg. I don't know that I'll get to starting a mold on this today. I'll probably start one on these guys, which I prepped last session. I had to smooth out all this epoxy sculpt on the bottom here, so they're pretty good to go. I gotta add some more silicone, so I'm gonna do a little bit of brush on to fill in these peg holes to get a more accurate fit there. But I'll do that later. I'm gonna work on this first. I haven't made time to clean my space. I keep talking about it, saying I'm gonna do it, but I haven't done it. It's definitely something I need to invest a little bit of time in. These two should be good, and I'll just sand the rest. So first I'm gonna remove part of this and rebuild it with this peg. So I kind of need to just carve a little bit of this out. But based on this other part here, so if this is sitting here, get the other half. It's actually not an accurate one. Let's see, I've got parts kind of scattered around here. So this one's like shaped somewhat. With this notch removed on the top. I want to see how far back this needs to sit. So there's a little bit of play here. So it's going to be like almost that far, minus maybe like a millimeter or so. So I have to use these as kind of a guide. I usually try not to destroy the original ones, but this one's already got like pegs snapped off of it, and I've already done some repairs, so it shouldn't be the end of the world if I have to destroy it. So I'm just going to carve this top part out, I guess. I don't really have an easy way to kind of get that in there. I don't have any cutting wheels that are the right size, so I kind of have to just grind it away. Ideally, I'd wanted to keep this like general design here, but once I added this Y-shaped ball joint part, I kind of had to just abandon retaining like the original kind of design and just modify it to fit that part. It ended up being good because they have more closability and the interchangeable parts work better with that hip joint. Hey, what's up, Bone Splinters? How's it going? Yeah, I've been getting on kind of late. I haven't been on like before 2 in a while. I end up coming on at like 2:05, 2:10. I'm trying to be better about that, but I'm chronically late to everything else, so why should this be any different? Oh yeah, totally jelly. I was really thinking about how I haven't seen snow in like a year or longer. Well, I guess when we went to Flagstaff, we saw some snow there. So that was a good enough reminder of what I was missing. What are they? I saw like something earlier today. How bad are they expecting it's going to be? As if you needed like, you know, another thing to give you an apocalypse-like feeling. Woof. That's a significant amount. Is that like overnight, or is there like a time period for that? Yeah, how many times is the prediction actually accurate, too? Oh, damn. Well, hopefully you don't see too much accumulation where it, like, affects your daily life, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna put this guy on. Yeah, it's sunny here. It's starting to get a little chilly. It's I think like 63 is like the high for today, which obviously is quite different from what you're experiencing at the moment. Yeah, that's always like the wonder, you know, is it going to be like cleared by the time you kind of need it to be? Yeah, sorry. Hey Fluffy, how's it going? Alright, so I guess how much clearance do I need on this thing? Hey Cap, how's it going? Got a full crowd today. Guess we'll go to like here. Oh, okay. Me and Bone Splinters were just lamenting his dissatisfaction with the snow that's coming. Oh, you already finished the game, Cap? That was fast. What's the weather like in your area, Fluffy? Is it pretty light. Oh, that's not a very long story mode. But I guess, I don't know, maybe that's average. I don't know. Every time I play a game, it takes me like weeks to finish it. So what's been going on, Bone Splinters? You've been away a little bit. You'll pop in here and there and say hi and then jump off. How's life been going in general? Alright, so I gotta build this thing up, right? This needs to fit. Oh, well that's good. Less snow is probably good. Actually, I'm gonna carve a little bit more of this away. I wonder if you guys are gonna get any of what Bone Splinters is seeing up in NYC. Yeah, that makes sense. You'd be can't always like catch up if you're in the office or the lab, I guess. After living in Buffalo, I just assume that they're going to get dumped on every time it snows somewhere. Yeah, truth. There's like, oh, more snow, whatever. Yeah, that's probably the snowiest place I've ever lived. I think Chicago was like a close second for the next highest. Nice. Yeah, I used to like snow, and then I got tired of shoveling it, so I'm over it now. But there's looking like some possibilities that we might be heading back east, depending on how someone's job situation turns out. Not mine. It wouldn't quite be back to where we were, but close to New York State, depending on which of the things worked out. I think that's the only thing I like anymore about Snow Fluffy is driving in it. Granted, I've like wrecked my car twice in the snow, so I guess I shouldn't say that. Yeah, there's no certainties at the moment. Just some possibilities of positions that are opening up or are open, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, should be pretty excited to have something like more permanent, you know. So fingers crossed and all that. Alright, so I guess this has to... I'm trying to figure out where I gotta place this thing. I guess I should actually snap some legs on it. Ugh, that makes it even harder. God damn. Did not want to go on. Well, like, look how easy they snap on, and then I, like, struggle to snap them on. Alright, so this needs to go. This little peen. Alright, so I gotta carve that. I gotta carve this thing down. Figure out how far down I gotta go. Alright, so it looks like, yeah, it's gotta come down to like here. Basically trying to rebuild this old part. So I gotta cut this down. Is this too big? Almost. Guess we'll find out. I'm gonna not cut the sides. This is a really awkward, like, angle. Shit. Can't even remember how I did this the first time. I guess that's close enough. It's tough, this like original plastic, it tends to like melt more than cut. So it kind of obscures like what I'm trying to see. Probably have to build this back up some. Okay. So basically I have to glue this like right in the center of that. So I gotta put like a peg into this thing. So it's like, you gotta drill a very tiny hole. Hope I don't go sideways. or into my finger. This kind of stuff's always a little scary. It's probably good enough. Yeah, right? Huge numbers. Oh yeah. I was having to be real careful on that white rod. Fortunately, I've never done that. I haven't drilled into my hand, so that's a plus. I think I can use this little stuff. Well, that's why you bought it, Cap, to have fun. That definitely needs to be a little deeper. It's like once I get it started, I can keep it pretty straight. Doesn't need to be like super deep, just enough to get it started. Indeed. Just find the small hole, you know. Don't push too hard. Not too much friction, that's good. And how far does it go here? Not too far. This is pretty short. Okay, I could just glue it onto the end, but then it like will break off more easily. So I gotta make this dumb little peg to go in the inside it. I think I can actually use this Tamiya glue. So this, where'd the little one go? There it is. Controlled friction. You don't want like actual like rough friction. That's not gonna make her happy. No, I have a tendency to mumble, so sometimes it's just that. My partner gives me shit a lot about mumbling. She's like, I have no idea what you're saying. You need to speak up and speak more clearly. I'm like, fine. When I'm kind of like just thinking as I'm doing stuff, I tend to mumble. Which I know isn't great for streaming, so I have to work on that. Yeah, I'll probably work on a mold later today for these guys. But this requires like some work, so I wanted to kind of try to get this out of the way if I can. So I have like two more molds I gotta make. I gotta make this thing and mold it, and then mold those legs, and I'll be done with everything for the like a first full like figure. So I'm kind of like trying to, you know, knock stuff out so I can get down to that part. I mean, molding is going to be a big part of like what I'm doing though. It's like, because I make stuff, but then I have to mold it so I can reproduce it. Oh, that's cool. I mean, appreciate you stopping by at all, you know. They're honestly like days where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to stream today, but I still need to like, you know, work on stuff. So I'm like, well, I might as well just turn the camera on. Because it helps keep me like on track. So it's worth doing. I think that's like why I started streaming to begin with, is just to like keep myself on task. It definitely helps. It's definitely a big incentive, so that's nice. It makes the work less lonely, which is good. We'll let his little peen warm up here. Or that's like, it looks pretty straight. What time? Already there. I always got my pre-made one. I think this thing's off a little bit. No, it's the same height. I'm just comparing peens, you know. Or peanuts, as Coach Steve would say. For those of you who've watched Big Mouth. Yeah, we just watched the 9/11 episode last night. We like caved and got Disney Plus because I kept trying to download Mandalorian and it kept like getting corrupted, or like our player wouldn't play it. Hey, what's up, Sabretooth? How's it going? Yeah, Coach Steve's birthday. Let's see, so I gotta wait for this thing to dry. I gotta fix that peg. Yeah, is that the same size? Alright, so I gotta fix this peg. Yeah, now that we've like caved and paid for Disney Plus, so we're like getting caught up on Mandalorian. So we just saw the Jedi episode, and then Big Mouth last night. Yeah, I'm mostly just like watching TV, catching up on shows and stuff in the evening. So usually when I'm like, once I turn off the stream, it's like dinner and then TV for the rest of the night. Well, and then obligatory social media posts and stuff. Nice. What are you asking about, Sabretooth? I know you kind of came in like in the middle of some conversation there. There it is. These two are, oh, this one's smaller, okay. They look about the same. Yeah, I keep forgetting that Christmas is like, you know, in a week or so away. Because we're not doing anything. We're not going anywhere. We haven't really bought gifts for each other. We're just kind of keeping it pretty low key this year. The tree that my partner bought finally arrived yesterday after like seller drama and delays. So she was pretty happy. I mean, it's fun. Presents are fun. I'm not religious, so presents are all I really care about as far as Christmas. Be it getting or giving. Yeah, I mean they do, but I mean it's still like, I don't know, getting stuff you want is nice, even if it's like little things. Yeah, I do the same. Sometimes it's like, you know, just nice to have another reason to do it. Shit. It's like, it's also like a way to, you know, give or get more expensive gifts and not like, it not be like weird. Right? You think all these figures just come out of the fucking thin air? No. Corporate scum need to make them so I can copy them. Where would I be with my 80s consumerist toy brands to bootleg off of? Well, that's the alternative, right? Like, corporations might suck, but at the same time, like, handmade stuff's expensive. So it's like, if you want stuff cheap, you gotta kind of let corporations exist. Well, I don't know. Well, manufacturing, I guess, not so much corporations, but, you know. Not that I'm, you know, okaying corporate predatory practices and stuff, but yeah. I mean, that dude is already a billionaire. It's like, what the fuck's another billion at that point? It's more money you can ever spend. Yeah, pretty much, Sabretooth. Like, if you want to hit a large audience, like, or a large market, you've got to, like, scale up, and then that just forces you into a corporation just because of, like, liability and taxes and all that. with like, even with like the stuff I'm doing, there's a ceiling with like how much I can produce by hand, you know, before I have to just go to manufacturing. Yeah, that's true. And you only spend that money on ways to make more money, so it's like a cyclical thing. Alright, so that's gonna go there. Let's go there. So this peg is off a little bit. It's a vicious cycle. I mean, there's like lots of sides to that, you know. The construct of money itself is like flawed. So as long as like the idea of trading, you know, a currency for like whether a product or a service, you're gonna have debt, and debt is like the core construct of like the entire idea of commerce. So it's like it's not an easy thing to solve, you know. So that goes there. That's gonna go there. So I gotta remove like so I gotta take off like about 3 or so millimeters. Hopefully I don't snap the peg off. I need to be able to hold this with something. Alright, that's good. Shit. Is it the same size as this one? No, it's a little longer. Haha. Yeah. Pretty much, right? I might have to let that set a while. Like it's dangerous to fuck with it while it's still kind of wet. So if I put this here, don't. That's right, I gotta remove that. That's one way to start. By solving your own poverty. Haha. Yeah. Trust me, I got it. Alright, I gotta carve this shit out of here. I don't think there's really an easier way to do this either. Well, I guess I could use that disc. That would actually work pretty well. This thing eats pretty fast. This may not work out quite as well as I had hoped. You gotta like avoid this peg and then not chew up the outside. Goddamn old plastic. Oh my god. That's gotta be frustrating. After all the drama they put up. So all that back and forth just to go back to the first proposal. Shit. Yeah, right. It's like, but they don't want to hear I told you so, even though you're literally like, know what was gonna happen. That's the most frustrating part, is like, knowing you could, it's like avoidable, but having to go through it anyway. Yeah, it's like, how many other professionals did they like ask their lawyers to like show all their work, or do they just trust them? You know, but because it's like art, they think it's like easy. So in therein, they don't like trust you, which is bullshit. Yeah, I don't really miss commission type work. Not commission, but like contract work. There's so many frustrations about it. Oh, that's an irony. I guess that explains why they don't trust you. Well, it's one explanation at least. It's probably like, I don't know, I don't want to speak for them, but I'd assume there's like some degree of contempt, like they're annoyed they have to hire you to like, you know, do some like the design work and logo identity work and stuff, like oh, we could just do this ourselves, but you, I mean, they could, it would just look like shit. enough. So that fits together there. So if I stick this through there, how does this fit? Alright, so there's still like, okay, it's this front disc that's like too big. So I had to cut this down in the previous version too. Yeah, I mean, friends are a decent reason to like make an exception, because you would hope that they'll trust you more than like some stranger client does. Alright, so how am I gonna do this? I think I gotta put the bigger one on. Well, avoiding that stuff in the future should definitely like help with your stress level. Considering how frustrating that shit can be. Oh yeah, I guess that is like always a potential issue too. Part of me almost wants to make this thing from scratch just because this is like kind of frustrating. I mean, I need to make something from scratch eventually, just not right now. Trying not to carve my fingers off. And also like level this out, kind of. Alright, that should be good. They have a business already. Oh, this one's extra. Okay. So then it's like, I mean, it's not like a fun project because they're still like, you know, investing their money and stuff into it. But hopefully they'll be like a little bit more forgiving if it's like not their, you know, we're putting everything we have into this so we can't screw it up kind of thing. So maybe they'll be a little bit cooler with it. Fingers crossed. Let's see if it'll fit now. I mean, it fits, but... Alright, I guess that's close. I guess I could probably come out a little bit more. I guess I could... And I just broke it. Fuck. That was dumb. Well, at least I can just re-glue it. Well, fingers crossed it goes that way for you. Which needs this thinner, this one. Should have known better than to put pressure on that. So how terrible was that Instagram thing yesterday? I kind of wish there was like a way you could mess with live without going live, so you could, you know, figure out how to not screw it up. I felt a little bad. I kept like kicking people, but I didn't realize my phone wasn't going to stay awake, so that was kind of frustrating. Fuck. Stay in place. That's kind of what I was hoping for, was like, you know, I'm just literally trying it out, so I wasn't putting my expectations too high. I thought it would go a little longer than I did, but I didn't really have anything else to do once I opened the mold, so I was like, okay, that's it. Yeah, I was trying to do it like kind of like this, where I could work and talk at the same time instead of having to like hold the camera the whole time. That's not really like the kind of streaming stuff I want to do. I'd rather just like, you know, focus on like the work I'm doing rather than like having people stare at my face. Shit. Alright, so if I just align this. Shit, and that one broke too? Fuck. God damn it. Yeah, I like that. Something I'd like to mess with in the future. I'm like trying to rush these things, so I'm just not letting this glue dry adequately. So that whole point with the peg was pointless. Shit. Oh well, it'll be fine. Alright, just get it centered. Let it dry. So once it dries, it should be fine. Yeah, Ask Me Anything could be cool. I always like, I'm unsure what to like ask people when I'm like watching their live streams and they're like doing interviews or whatever. So I just kind of like just listen. Alright, so I gotta just let these set. I could probably remold this one. I just gotta fix this top part. Oh, nothing. I was trying to rush some parts, so I like broke it. So I gotta re-glue them. So I'm just looking at my existing parts to see what I can salvage or potentially remold. It's probably like, it's like TV, you know, there's just like so many streamers, so like, how do you differentiate yourself from like all the other streamers that are streaming like similar stuff, you know? Other interview format, IG Live wasn't, I've watched usually Starts with shooting the shit and inevitably gets to philosophical. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's probably about right, because I like the loose kind of like hangout tone, but like where there's kind of an objective. Like that, like banter is just kind of what turned me off from podcasts. So if there's like, you know, some direction they're going with the conversation. Yeah, I mean, I don't edit my streams at all. I just upload them straight to YouTube. I go and I write a description, and then I put in chapter markers, you know, and put it in the right category and all that. But I'm not gonna like edit them. Yeah, Instagram. We're talking about. I did an Instagram live yesterday just to try it out for the first time. And it was, so we're kind of just talking about like that platform as like a streaming tool and how you can use the live portion of it. I mean, for creatives though, Instagram is a much better platform than like Twitch or YouTube or whatever, because it's more focused on like the work. Yeah, I mean, I still have one. I have it. You have to connect a Facebook page to your Instagram if you want to like make it a business account, which just gives you like more features. So like, you'd still have to make one if you wanted that feature. It was like a little annoying because I was looking at trying to use Hootsuite so I could like schedule posts, but it ends up being this like big headache to get it all like working. Alright, so this is, remove this thing. Yeah, so far it hasn't been like much different than the creator account, because I haven't really done much with the other tools. It's a little too loud. Yeah, I like splintered off my personal account on Instagram to and made a new account just for that. I don't know, as a nobody, I just figure I have to like leverage as many platforms as possible just for like visibility, you know. Hi. Boy. My cat's coming to visit. He may show up on cam. Nope, he's not interested. Yeah, I just feel like it's necessary to have like, I don't know, because like different platforms have like different visibility, you know, and some people have like one account and don't have another. So like, you know, me streaming here, like I potentially can reach people that I wouldn't reach on Instagram and vice versa. Freaking dropping everything. Oh, I guess I just broke the plastic, whatever. I mean, it does like add more stuff you have to manage, which isn't great. I like mostly just, I'm trying to diversify so that, you know, if Instagram changes their algorithm or whatever, that, or I get like randomly blocked or banned, not blocked, but banned, I guess, that my whole like presence doesn't just collapse. So I have like accounts on a number of different platforms. Did we talk about GoPros recently? Something like that? Or was that, maybe I just heard that on like something else? Because like I feel like a my view type of camera would be helpful. Yeah, I probably should create a backup since I don't have one. I mean, I have like my personal one, but that's not like meant to be a backup. I think this one's crooked. Yeah. I guess no reason not to, right? Fuck. The table's a mess. I think I might have been, I think I was watching one of Crumb's Blunt's videos where he's talking to other artists, and I think someone mentions something like that. Like a GoPro. That's why I've been saying about like an over the shoulder cam or something like that, where you can kind of see what I'm looking at, because it's not always like clear on camera what I'm doing or seeing. Yeah, there was some filmmaker was making like comedy shorts or whatever and putting them on Pornhub. I think he like, I was reading something that he like stopped doing it recently for some reason. I just don't recall what the reason was. I think it was just like interest. It was like lack of interest or something. I guess that's still kind of straight. But what's stopping it? Huh. I didn't know that. Fluffy. they were purging accounts. So what is keeping these two from... This probably needs sanded down more. Soon it'll just be all TikTok. 15-second videos, that'll be the extent of streaming. No, it's this one. This is still too high. I left this one. He was saying they what, purged 15 million accounts or videos. 15 million videos, he was saying. I don't know if Sabretooth said it, or saw it, because you know, the comments like disappear after 30 seconds on screen. It's still here. They're still not. Yeah, I haven't posted any content to Reddit yet. I've only commented. I mean, every online site can be cancer, though. You just can't let those people destroy the experience for you, if possible. Because otherwise, they'll just move on to another area and destroy it there, too. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Like, I get like why it's bad, but I also like have moved around a lot, and it's like an easier way to like keep up with people than, I mean, sure, you can just like email or text, but that's like, I don't know, something else. You gotta like plan it more as opposed to kind of just loosely keeping up with what people are doing. No, I don't even care about the voting system. I just ignore that. It's totally irrelevant to like actual life. I guess I gotta just do this. Yeah, but I mean, every system can be corrupted like that. It's not exclusive to Reddit. I don't know that I've even visited that site before. Probably like once. I mean, if we're gonna jump ship, Sabretooth, we should probably just go to Parler, right? That's like the free speech capital, isn't it? Isn't that what people are saying? Sarcasm. /S. Well, yeah, well, I mean, but video game stuff's notoriously toxic to begin with. Pretty much any video game forum is like that, unless you're in like some niche-y thing. There you go. Captain America Donald Trump. Yeah, so this like doesn't want to... So is it this one? One of these like doesn't fit quite right. Must be this one. No, that one fits. Okay, so this one's decent. Yeah, that'll be great once he's fucking gone. Oh yeah, that stuff's permanent. Permanent scar on the world and on the US. How do I fill this in? I feel like I need epoxy sculpt, but I don't want to use epoxy sculpt. Alright, see you then, Fluffy. Well, sort of. I mean, while he's in office. Come on, god damn it. That's not gonna work. Yeah, I saw some of those Sabretooth, the celebrations. It was pretty great. Yeah, I mean, he has that stuff now, but he'll lose that once he leaves office. All he gets is, he'll have Secret Service protection, and then he gets his pension salary, and that's all. From what I understand, anyway. So it's not like a permanent, he's like permanently immune or anything. It's a thing he can opt out of, too. Alright, that's a start. But it's not any kind of actual legal protection. Yeah, right, Sabretooth. I mean, dude's probably never read a book in his life. I wonder if he even reads a magazine. You gotta be more specific. Okay. No, I have to look for it. Is this my... That's not the rougher one. Is this the rougher one? Oh, this is it. Okay. Yeah, I like check the news and Reddit pretty much daily, but there's still plenty of stuff I'm not seeing. Oh, I can't watch a YouTube video right now, but the other guys can check it out. This thing's a fucking mess. I think I gotta just glue a new piece in here. I could probably just Google like Trump Australian interview library and find it. If it's like meme worthy, then surely it'll show up. Where these parts go? For being super glue, this shit sure takes like forever to dry. That's one of the biggest problems I'm having lately. It's just like all my glue dries super slow. Makes it kind of hard to work quickly. I want to be able to like make this stuff like kind of fast, but it's been kind of uncooperative lately. I'll also check it out. I should be able to save it from the chat after the stream's over, if I just don't close the chat window. Fuck. Like a thin piece I can put in here. Yeah. Oh. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Yeah, I'm subscribed to Al Jazeera English to try to get like more international news and viewpoints. And I see stuff from like, you know, The Independent and Guardian, but that's about it as far as like my international news outside of Al Jazeera. Why would he even like let himself be interviewed by a foreign or a non-US entity? What does he think? Other countries are going to have a better view of him? It's not trying to round this thing out. It is not going well. "37 minutes is a lot of Trump in one sitting." Yeah, I see some BBC stuff, but I'm not subscribed to them specifically. I might have to add them to my list. Dude's a straight up loon. I mean, I forgot I could just do this. Because I am smart. $37. There's a movie I haven't seen in a long time. This would probably be more compact. Well, I guess that's fine. It doesn't need to be like exactly right. Where's my knife? Where's my knife? There it is. Having way more trouble with this than I would like. Sometimes, like, trying to fabricate this stuff, and I feel like it's just easier to make it from scratch. It's probably not the healthiest diet, just eating biltong. I guess if you're rich, then you could like have the treatments so that you don't die of a heart attack. Oh yeah. No, well, I guess I don't know enough about its nutritional qualities. I think what the last Kevin Smith movie I saw was. I'm like kind of interested in this Masters of the Universe thing he's doing on Netflix, but I haven't seen really too much from it. And like that fan base gets their shit bent for like the smallest thing. So I assume they'll all hate it anyway. How much clearance do I need? Yeah, I don't really have the facilities to make stuff like dried meat or smoked meat. Maybe if whenever we like own a house eventually, I might be able to, but not anytime soon. I think this is the first one that I cast. This is fucking crooked. God damn it. If I just put them together, it'll keep it straight. Straight enough anyway. Oh, I see. It's like angled down. So that's part of the problem. This just needs to be higher. So if this goes straight through, then it should be like there. Alright, so let's see, it looks like if it's, so it tilts down this way, I want it to actually be there. Yeah, a little bit that I've seen in some of the groups I'm in, he like claims that it's gonna like pick up, it's like a sequel to the original series. I don't know how good or bad that is gonna be, because I don't particularly love the Filmation show. I think it's honestly pretty terrible. But you can't tell Moju nerds that. I don't want to hear it. Alright, I just gotta carve all this shit out of here and remake this thing. So what's the fastest way to do this? This monster thing is probably the best tool I've got. Oh, that thing is dangerous. Just have to use this bigger cutter. How dare I? How dare I what? Dangerous. Try not to like tear up the bottom of this thing. Then this has to go because the peg needs to be like right in the center of the peg is where that dot is. Is that good? I mean, I feel like I don't have the kind of draw to get bots. Alright, sounds good, Sabertooth. We'll be around. That's hilarious. I don't really care if my channel's successful or not, to be honest. It's just for fun. Yeah, right. It seems like that's the only reason people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna stream. I'm not gonna make affiliate. I'm not gonna make partner. Oh no." Yeah, I like don't even think about that. It's like the farthest thing from my mind of like whether I can make affiliate or partner. Like I look at the stats just because they're there. Um, but I don't really care about them. Because like trying to appease like, you know, Twitch to get like more followers or whatever to like reach affiliate, reach partner, like what, so I can show ads? Like who cares? No. Not interested in showing ads. If I don't, unless it's outside of my control, then I guess it just happens. I wouldn't voluntarily put ads on here. Hey, girls just want to have fun, man. Curve off all these numbers and shit. I'm here to make and sell bootleg toys, that's all. And maybe stickers. There's like numbers printed in here. Well, molded in, I guess. I assume there's something to do with like production numbers. So that all has to go. I want to smooth out this surface. So I don't want to leave the like texture of this in here. I don't have a really like easy way to fill this in right now. So just trying to remove it is the easy way. Nah, still not quite what I want. What will I do if I don't make affiliate? Oh no. My dreams are shattered. Alright, let's see, so I can... This needs a little bit more smoothing out. Okay. So let's see if these fit together any better. If I could stop dropping every damn thing. Alright, so then looks like the center needs to go like kind of with the crest of that, of this round part here. So I need one of my bigger plastic tube things, which I don't know if I have any that are big enough for this. That's not. Let's see if I got something bigger. Nope. Thought I had more plastic tubing, but I guess I don't. I think that's the same size. Yes. So let's chop this up. And that probably will fit. But I have to heat it, I think. Maybe not. Or I can just split, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so that will fit. I'll just need to cut this off with like a saw instead. Does it fit? Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna make a little cylinder mount thing that this is gonna, that rod's gonna fit into. So I cut this guy off. Oh shit, there's like hot glue all the way down in this thing. Whoops. Might be able to, nope. There we go. That should work. Or not. I put more of this in than I thought. I think I got a metal. That might work. Alright. Cool. So that's that. So I'm gonna make like a kind of a curved side here. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, so oh, it's cool. I'm just kind of like thinking out loud of like what I'm doing. So I'm trying to make like these parts kind of align, so I've got to make some new stuff. So trying to fix like the alignment and the sizing and all that. So it's like, you know, I'm just kind of working roughly. So what do you got going on tomorrow, Cap? You said you got to get up early? Ah, I see, I see. Well, hopefully that all goes your way. That's all you can hope for, right? Is one of the good ones. Could probably put like a groove here. Oh, that's great. Good for her. Really thought I was going to make more progress on this stuff today, but this just turned out to be a lot more annoying than I had hoped. Guess I'm just going to have to glue this down and just hold it in place till it's set. Yeah, indeed it is. For you, my friend. Not quite for me yet. Such a weird position here. I need this thing to stay. Where are my tweezers? Need like a third set of hands sometimes. actually do have these little things that I think they're called like I think they actually are just called helping hands, and they're like these little arms things you use for like soldering parts together. Oh, I used to use grinding, huh? I have a comment from outside the chat giving me shit. God, this thing just does not want to stay in place, does it? I know, it's cool. My buddy watches from outside Twitch, so he's giving me shit right now. Maybe that'll work. But this part just isn't gonna cooperate. I mean, at this point, you probably should just create a Twitch account. Alright, that's actually like kind of in place. For someone who is watching this often, he could sure create an account. So you could sass me in person. You can just watch anonymously. Like, you just go to my page and you can watch there. It's actually kind of cool that you can do that instead of like forcing people to log in. Sorry, my camera is my phone, so I just got a spam phone call. If the video interrupted for you guys. Fuck. God damn it. Of course, this isn't gonna work. Is it? Nope. Alright, will this fit better now? Maybe. Oh, fuck my life, come on. Goddamn thing. I have to watch out for your agent there, Cap. Watching the watchers. Is that in place? Is this gonna fucking cooperate? God damn it. This is really fucking annoying. He's terrible. Get him out of here. Damn it, Jimmy. put this spacer in here. If I glue it to that, it'll fucking stay in place. Is it actually in place now? This ended up being way more difficult than I thought it would be. Of course, it doesn't want to set either. Yeah, I can see the benefit to watching outside of Twitch without having to get like involved. And like being able to message me directly, you know, kind of negates the need for the account as well. Exclusive access. Yeah, that's definitely one way to look at it. I think that's actually in line. Oh, fuck, it's not, is it? God damn it. Alright, so then that is in line, and hopefully it doesn't get glued in there. And I gotta kind of let that thing set. Now that it's in some semblance of the shape I need it to be in. Well, that turned into a huge headache. Hopefully it's kind of solved. So let's see, what am I doing? I need to make another. Yeah, the time passes pretty fast. So this one's also good. The problem is this just doesn't fit over this, so I have to like redesign it. Now if I could just use the existing one, that would probably be easier. It needs to fit this, and it's a lot of filing down to get it to fit. That still needs to go. So that's just going to be a candidate for future use. I think this one's potentially good. That looks fine. That's a little ugly, but I have to just use actually I could probably put a little bit of the sealer on to build this up. Now I can just sand the sealer down. This stuff dries pretty fast. Although less interesting stuff, me fixing little details and breaks and stuff. So this guy can go on here, right? Yeah. So I can do that. Cut this thing off. Nope, that thing's like split all the way around. Almost all the way through. I thought I had more of this stuff. I don't know what happened to it. Glue this down. How much do I need to extend this? Yeah, there's a lot of trial and error stuff that I did when I was making these the first time. And this is some of that. I'm like test fitting stuff a lot, making small edits. Because like these things weren't meant to fit together, so I'm trying to make alterations to create like something kind of new. It's essentially just a form of kit bashing really at this point, because not a lot of this is like 100% new parts, and kit bashing is nothing new. because these are supposed to be like, you know, interchangeable, like the fit, everything needs to be just right. So if I was doing this in a factory, I could just like machine everything to the right size, but because it's all like hand done, there's just so much like little refinement that has to get done. So you need to fit right the first time, so that I can then make copies of that. Like a slight misfit here, so I'm trying to figure out where that's happening. It looks like one surface is just a little too high. Might actually be this peg. Looks like it's happening like here. Where's that? Yeah, this stuff. It's pretty close. So if I put the legs in, does it fit? Yeah. So there's enough clearance. There's like an interesting defect with these things that from the original sculpts, like these legs aren't the same length. There's like, if you put them side by side, because these are like the same legs, right? One's longer than the other. I don't know if that's a mistake from the artist or if it's like an engineering thing that they did. But it's like a weird side effect to work around. And these parts aren't exactly like the right size. Where's that sealer at? That can just be Alright, so I'm gonna make 2 molds of these guys. I'm gonna remold this old part because it's in pretty good shape. Once I remove these numbers. Actually, I want to fill this in. This is like a dental sealer for wax molds that a friend gave me who's a dentist. It's like leftover stuff he had from dental school. And they do a surprising amount of sculpting. So he like gave me all this stuff. It's turned out to be kind of useful. Alright, Splinters. Thanks for hanging out, if I don't see you again tonight. We'll have to do the video hangout at some point. Alright. Move all this stuff off cam. Make some space. Alright, thanks Cap. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Good luck with your thing tomorrow. Thanks. I appreciate it. I need all the luck I can get. Alright, so I need to mold these things. This is doing okay, it looks like. Yeah. Before I start on that, I'm just going to add a little bit more glue on this thing to try to reinforce it since it broke off once. This is just going to have to sit overnight, so I might as well just do this now so it can all kind of dry at the same time. Just spread this glue around to try to get it to create like a stronger bond with this piece to prevent it from breaking off later. Alright. Just a little bit of extra space up here. I can just fill this in. So of all the parts I make and mold and stuff, this part is like the second most complex part to mold compared to the torso, just because it has like the most little details and things that need to be captured, and because it's all small areas, there's lots of places where air can get trapped. So it can be a little challenging to mold this. So it was the first time anyway, and that mold was pretty sloppy compared to like the stuff I've been doing lately. So I'm fairly confident that I can remake it and it be just better overall. I want to grind these numbers out of here just for my own purposes. Sometimes it pays to be nearsighted so I can take my glasses off and do this up close stuff. Not needing glasses at all would be ideal, but that's just not the hand I've been dealt. It's hard to see it on cam. I can barely see it, and I'm like 6 inches away from it. I got this real shiny one. Okay. And the reason it might seem silly to remove those, but it's if I make a transparent cast, you'll see through it, and then you'll see those numbers like on the backside, like inverted. So it's just trying to eliminate like little things like that. I actually didn't realize there were numbers in this too. Let's see, I've got some transparent ones. I don't know if you can see these though. I don't think these are transparent enough. But there are numbers like back in there that I didn't remove. You probably can't really see them through this part, so it's probably not the worst, but I know they're there and it bothers me. So So they going. Alright, so that's gotta dry, that's fine. So I'm gonna build up, so I gotta figure out how I'm gonna actually mold these things. So they have a lot of areas where air can get trapped, so I have to think about like how to promote like the liquid flow, and then how to force the air kind of up. The first time I molded them, they were just like this, so I had so many vents on here. So I'm trying to think of like how I can do this differently. Like, I put it like this, then I have to put, like, this is probably better. So if this is the back and this is the front, and this is the bottom, I would have to put venting here, but then it should fill most of these back points. Actually, I have to think of where I'm going to fill it from too. So if I fill it from here, then I could put a vent here, which I may not even need if it's being forced in there. So the liquid flows up. So liquid flows up here, should go back into here, but I might have to add venting, like a couple of things that come off of here, like fins or something. And that's where I'll probably definitely have to add them. So then it goes up through here and exits here, so I would put something here to vent outward. Because doing it this way, there's too many points, like here, 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 where like I have to add all this venting. So if I do it upside down like this, so if this is the top and it sits like this, then the liquid enters at the bottom, rises up, gets forced into these channels, and then there'll be fins here to like help the air move out. Air, liquid flows up, flows into here around this part. Air should then be forced out this way and up. These are possible areas that it can get stuck to. So I'm gonna have to add some internal fins that point up along the inside, just to give it a place to go. It doesn't need to fully escape, it just needs to leave the part itself if it's up. Like if there's a fin here, then as long as if the air gets trapped in this, it doesn't matter. That's probably better, because the mistake I made before was putting it in the mold horizontal, instead of just having so many air places that it could get trapped. So thinking about that, this is the way it should have gone. So I'll add fins to this. Yeah, so I gotta start doing that. Okay. So these don't need to be like anything fancy, they just need to be functional. So if it's oriented this way, also I might just have them go straight back, because I have to think too about pulling this out of the mold. So if I'm pulling it down and up. I don't want to have too many things that get like hooked. So if I have it like this, it creates like, you know, silicone. I have to like pull this through. Granted, I can put like cuts in later. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make kind of a complex-ish vent here. Kind of like that. Because then everything on the inside here I can carve down and sand and you won't see it. So then that'll be okay. So I gotta just rough fit this first before I refine it. Yeah. Actually needs to be a bit more vertical. So it could be like this. Yeah, that works. I could sand this to be a kind of an angle. This being slightly thicker, it has like some depth to it. Yeah, that's good. So I could put this here. It like curves up a little bit, doesn't it? Kind of like this. It's pretty thin, but once it's glued, it'll be thicker. Yeah, that's perfect. Might put a small notch in the end here. So let's see. So like here, yeah. So we make like a slight dent. I think it was here. Trim off like a little bit of this. So I want it to overlap just a little bit. Glue this guy on. Get my little spar tool. So I'm getting all over this edge. Of course. Never fails. Bring that glue around a little bit. I know there's too much. Just need it to like sit. Fuck. Okay. And it's kind of in place. Not quite. Okay, so that's like pretty okay. Put a little glob here. Need to spread around. Okay. So I need this to be like filled because I want it to have like a seamless gap. Not a gap, but like a. I want this seam to be like filled, so that air has like some place to go. Every time. Okay. So that's like initially in place, so I'm gonna have to add more to that. But I gotta make another one before I worry about like shoring it up. So I'm gonna make another fin like that for this side. Okay, so I'm gonna rough out this fit before I do anything else. Okay, so that'll go in like that. Roughly there is where the notch should be. Just make a mark. So know where to sand at. I think I'll make this one a little bit deeper so it actually like fits on better. Shit. And of course I already screwed it up. Okay. I know I like sized it, but I'll just have to do it again. Alright, so it was this side, so I can just round this off a little bit more. Just test fit it. Shit. These little parts like fly out of my hands constantly. Okay, so that's like fairly close. Alright, so I don't need like this big part here, so I'm just gonna cut this off. smooth this out a little bit. So I'm going to encourage the airflow. I don't want to like trap it anywhere that I don't want it to be. Alright, so glue this thing into place. Hope it cooperates. Alright. Glue the bottom edge. It's always tough to like balance glue on the edge of a piece of plastic like this that's so thin. I want it to be like kind of at the top of the peg's roundness. Yeah, like that. Try to remove excess glue from like the peg portion. It's fine if it's on the back portion, but I want to try to keep the peg like from needing too much additional sanding. I mean, I'll have to like break this off and sand it, but the less of that I have to do, the better. I can't tell if this is, I think there's glue in there. So I'm going to dab a bit on here and just spread it a little, because I can't tell how much glue is actually there. I want this to be filled. Alright, that should be fine. So this will be much less venting than there was the first time I made this mold. So it should be just easier to like pull from the mold, because the previous one had like a lot of extra cleaning that needed to be done. I was probably breaking off and sanding down like 50% of the size. So I ended up having like a lot more waste than I would have liked. Gotta wait for these things to cure. Lots of waiting. Okay. So I need to put venting on the top here that'll serve as like a reservoir. So I'm gonna put like a thick piece here that is like perpendicular. Check out my scrap before I go and make anything, cut anything new. I always check to see like what debris and stuff I have, because I use a lot of scrap parts for fabricating like vents and stuff. So like this is like a part I can use. It's a little thicker than I would like. That's the same. That's probably better. It's like thick, but it's not like, you know, there's like a big difference there. So I'll have like a piece like this that kind of goes up. Well, it'll probably actually curve. This being curved is beneficial. It'll probably curve back like this, And then I think I'll have to put something here, like another fin leading up to it. Something thin I can cut off. Because ideally I would just have it be here, but I don't want to do it just vertical. I would have to then bend here and on these, and it just like adds more complexity. So this is a small part that I can file down, and it shouldn't be too noticeable. So I'm going to round this slightly with this thing. Is it this way? Yeah, so it'll be like this. So it'll fit on, yeah, like that. So I'll just cut off this excess. And I'm gonna cut these corners down because I wanted to kind of direct all the resin or all the air up, not like to the sides. I don't want to encourage places that it can get trapped. So I'll glue this on here, well, like this. Then I have to add a fin to the front, so I'm going to sand these a little bit to smooth them out. The second half will be a lot easier than this. This just has so many small areas that it's more difficult. Oh, it's crooked. Okay. This air is going to want to get trapped here, but because it kind of goes to a point, it's going to force the air up, and probably most of it's going to get forced out anyway, so I may not even need to vent that. The paranoid part of me wants to do it anyway. I'm like afraid if I don't, it's going to... I guess I could cut a piece out of there if I needed to. These little fins coming off here I'm going to have to trim off, but I'm going to have to wait till this glue's adequately dry. Yeah, see this separated. So I'm going to have to add more. Don't want to fill this space. I wonder if I could just use the sealer here. Nah, it'll just run through and fill it. I don't want to do that. I think I just kind of add. I don't love using this as a filler. It's not really what it's for. It also shrinks a little bit as it dries. And see, it's just like running through into this backside. So it doesn't even really work the way I want it to. At least they're not breaking off, that's good. Alright, so I gotta add connecting fins to this. So I gotta cut a couple more small pieces, or I can salvage pieces I have already. So I could do something like that. If I give this a slight bend, I should be able to make it fit. Probably need to go up. No. You don't need to be like curved and go back. So I'll put this on here, kind of attached to this front fin, so I'm gonna have to bend it a little bit more. Yeah, so if I can put it kind of like this, it'll allow air to vent out of there. Let's see if I got something I can bend this with. Just needs a slight curve. It's a little trickier. That's like at this weird angle.
In 22 hours, the Hartford Summit meeting will be over. China and the Soviet Union will go back home. The president was on his way to this summit when his plane went down. He has a briefcase attached to his wrist. We'll take him for him inside. Has to reach Hartford in 22 hours. What's on it? You know anything about nuclear fusion?
Okay. So those are like kind of bonded in the center here. So this will all kind of be one piece that like okay, so now if I can going to try to keep it off the outer part. Have the connection be mostly in the back. Because the underside is what will get carved off. So anything there is okay if it's like kind of ugly. Something similar here. Gotta use a different piece. Well, I guess I could just use this. It's also gonna be curved. Yeah, today's been kind of a unusual stream. I have this like all these little repair things to do before I can kind of set the parts. So it's a little less interesting, I guess, which is gonna happen. Sometimes there's just like boring work that needs to be done. I'll get back to more interesting stuff soon. I want to get back into sculpting stuff, or new parts. But this is like one of the last couple molds I need to make, so it's just like a kind of a necessary evil that I need to do. Every job's got the boring, mundane parts that nobody wants to do. I don't think there's probably not a job out there that doesn't have like parts that you wish you could avoid. So I appreciate anyone who's like hanging on, whether you're lurking or what, because I see you even if we're not actively talking. Gotta blend these parts together here. Well, get like a glue bond, I guess. So I have like a little cavity I need to fill. Every time the glue like dehydrates, it opens it back up. This should be good. So these will all face down. So I should be able to mostly just pull these out as one piece when this, after the cast. Which is like a thing I gotta think about, is like, well, how do you know, you can put whatever vents on it you want, but like, is it gonna get stuck in the mold? You know, so you have to think about that too. Because I've not thought about it before and been caught trying to pull it out, and I have to like cut the mold up. Like, not destroy it, but cut into it to get the part out. And that's not like really what you want to do, because the more areas you cut the mold, the more places that it can start to split, or you see like defects show up. I think I can get away with not venting that. I think it'll be okay. Because I know there's plenty of people who are molding who are getting away with way less venting than I'm doing, so I think I'm probably okay. I'm probably over venting it, if anything. But overkill seems to be my thing, so I'll just accept that. I need to add a bigger, like a reservoir piece to the top. Something will represent like an overflow space. Just looking for something I can use that's laying around here, so I don't have to make anything new. Basically, it's like a piece that'll just be this, so that it'll create like a reservoir at the top. And this part doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to function. So I could do this. Thanks, Rooker. Feeling a little lonely. Guess I'll do that, right? Yeah, I found like a lot of days I think I'm gonna get like so many things done, and then I start working on a thing and it takes like way longer than I thought I was going to. So then I end up doing just that for most of the stream. But I guess like that was gonna happen anyway, whether I did it on stream or not. I was gonna kind of overwork on that one part. So I try not to beat myself up about it too much. So okay, if it's like this, then it goes on the front. Yeah. I think overall this will be a better mold than the first version of this that I made. I mean, for all of this, the mistakes that I make, I've definitely like learned a lot. Hey, Fluffy. Still hanging out as I glue my hand to this part. Trying to get better at like not multitasking, but kind of like queuing up things that I'm doing. So if I'm like waiting for this to dry, I can like go do another thing. so that there's, I'm like actively doing something all the time, and then that benefits that the stream's less boring. Okay, so this part is probably good. I have to put the feed on, which I'll do soonish. How's that gonna go? Is that gonna be, I think I gotta do like a wide channel that goes to a small channel, so something like this. So I have some pieces that I've like used in the past that I'll modify. So this needs to go like on here. I kind of want to bend it, but I don't know if I can. So if I do this, I guess I can make a curve. I can make a curved part. That would work too. Oh, even just a V would probably be fine. So let me think about how I would do that. So if it's a V, so if I do two triangles, they would like meet. Yeah, okay. So if I do like this, right, it can be triangular and then meet, and I can, yeah, okay. Sometimes I just gotta like talk through it. Alright, so if this goes, there's the flat side here. There's a flat side. So I want two flat sides together like that, alright. So then let's cut that off. Okay. So I'm gonna glue these two guys together. So I want them to be like, what is that, like a 30-degree angle? And I can worry about shaping them once they're together. So we'll glue them like this. Yeah. Okay. So that's the outside. Yeah, okay. Glue them correctly. Okay. So this should fit on like this. So I'll have to shape it a little bit. And then I'll flatten off this one part and I'll connect like a piece like this to it. So then it'll come up and fan out. Alright, so once this dries, I'll be able make that connection shape for that. Let's see, so this needs to be vented too, so we're probably gonna do it the same way. Makes sense. So I'll have to do the same kind of fins here and here. Put a fin here. And then the same kind of top part. Okay. So I can start cutting these things while I'm waiting for that. Is this the same thickness? Yeah. So I got a piece there. That'll work. And not that one. I think I got more to the side here. Let's see. Alright, so I'll do the inner fins first. So I go like, yeah, this actually is not bad. So I have like, I can have it here. Well, I'll just trim this down a little bit because then I can just build on it. So, yeah, just need to round this edge out a little bit. Yeah, that'll be good. This one will actually be a little bit easier than the first one. I guess now that I kind of know what I'm doing, I have a plan. It'll be easier. So basically just going to do the same thing, just a little smaller. Hopefully I don't drop it and glue it to the desk again. So spread this glue around a little bit first, and then just hope that it sticks. It's tough, I can't see if it's like lined up without messing it up. Of course there's glue on this. Sometimes it requires a lot of patience that I don't have. It's kind of like hand trembles while I'm doing it, so that it like keeps moving. Doesn't want to like bond. Alright, that's better. And I forgot to cap the glue, so that's an issue. Alright, whatever. It's in place. I'll just let it dry. this side. So then round this off. And put like this taper on. So this guy will go here. Yeah. Maybe I can't just hold it. I gotta start like gluing it with my left hand. And I don't have to change hands, and it's a little easier. I'm just not left-handed, so it's a little awkward. Come on, you can do it. It's a little ugly, but it should work. At least the ugly stuff's on the back. That's the point. Definitely to add some glue to the inside of this. So now I had to do these top fins, right? So it's going to be like those. So they're curved. So they have to be like, they gotta curve down. And then also like curve inward. Thanks, Rucker. Thanks for hanging out, as long as you did. Yeah, you're right. I mean, every progress matters, even if it's like a little bit, you know. And this is just like some of the stuff I have to do to get where I want it to be, and I can't, you know, beat myself up about it. It's a thing I'm always working on, trying to like not berate myself. I don't know if I know what Friday is. I'll have to talk to Amandine. Maybe I'm out of the loop on something. Oh, Friday's my next session. Duh. Brain fart. Yeah, it took me a second and I was like, oh wait, dummy. Alright, awesome. I'll talk to you then. Have a good night. Okay, that looks good. So I'll just do the same thing on this guy. A little bit of glue on the edge. A little bit on the inside. So it's got something to stick to the fin with. So I gotta goop a little on the outside. I guess I just gotta use that. And then try to fit this guy on. It needs a little bit of filling back here. I just have a bit more to grind off this thing than I would like. But again, if it's on the back, unless it's like transparent, it's not really gonna matter too much. I could also glue a little wedge in there to like align it to the wall. Maybe I just do that. Cut like a little strip I can put that in there. See, so I can see if I can get this guy down in here. If I flip it around, does that work better? Yeah, not really. Maybe I can just shove it down like just back here along the wall. Nope. So that's not working. If I curve it like this, maybe I can see if I curve. I want it to be a curve like this, like down. It might be a little too aggressive of a curve. I need something more gradual, like that. Okay, so then I could take this, oops, upside down. And none of it really works, so I'm just gonna have to use glue. Just spread it around. Best I can, at least. Just put a big glob there and so tough to see it at this angle. Let alone on cam, I'm sure. So it like doesn't touch the wall here. I'm trying to figure out how to fill that in. I don't think I can. I guess if I went from this side, I might have to just use a little bit of clay and do it that way. So I'll have to just wait for this to dry, which is probably going to mean I can't do it till tomorrow, but I'll take a little bit of clay and jam it under there and try to shape it. So I can at least build this other fin. So I'll do that now. So we'll take like, what, this much roughly. Curve this thing like the other one. See if I can kind of try to anticipate the issue I had on the other side. I want it to like curve down into that. So I might have to make this like kind of hooked almost. Hey, Bubba. Hi. Alright, so maybe if I hook it like this, right? So I could curve the hook down along the curve. This is a little trickier than I had thought it was going to be. Yes, then I gotta bend this without breaking it. So that it can go down to here. Actually, this needs to go up a little bit. Because now that it's at this like, it's doing this like wave thing. This curve needs to come down into, because this curve's like out and so I'm going like almost like a wave here, so it's going to be kind of tough to glue this guy in. So I can bend it more extreme like that. Maybe I just forgo the curve and just glue this on the top. Maybe that's kind of where I goofed on the other side. I could have just let this be and extended this fin to the front wall. Just glued this onto the edge and not worry about trying to connect them. That's probably where I goofed at. Sometimes I'm trying to be too clever and I just like create problems. My partner gives me a hard time. She's always like, you do everything the hard way. Why don't you do something the easy way for a change? And she's right. So this is me trying to do that. Think about what's the path of least resistance and doing that instead of the most complicated aspect I could take. So which way fits better, this way or this way? If I sand the tip off, it probably fits better that way. Yeah, alright, so I'm just gonna run this up the edge, which is what I should have done the first time. I really gotta stop trying to be too clever and do it the easy way. The easier way. See, that wasn't that easier. So much easier. No, I gotta do it the hard way. Dummy. Well, I could also not just break it off immediately. So I might just, yeah, I'm gonna pull that one off and I'll just redo it. And I can then extend this to the front wall. I can just use some glue to do that. Not glue, sorry, clay. So I don't know if, I guess I could just glue another piece on, right? So I could take, alright, so straighten this thing back out. Curve it slightly, stop breaking off. Glue this guy right onto here. Or it should have been the whole time. So I can glue this thing on. Nothing broke, so I guess that's good. It's gonna be a little more careful with my excited hands. Look how easy that is. I'm like, no, let's do it hard, make it harder. Someday I'll learn. It should be fucking glued together. Fuck. That one's already done, so I'm not gonna mess with it. Alright, so this is at a slight angle. It should fit in there. Well, I just cut this off. Put a dab of glue on the back. Well, on the inside, and then I can just drop that on. Oh my god. Stop breaking everything you do. I have good days and frustrating days, and this is a frustrating day. It's like one problem after another. Alright, that kind of works. It's still in place. That's still in place. Gotta extend that one to the front wall. So maybe I can just use this. Don't touch the sides. Okay, so that will work. This has definitely been one of the more frustrating days. Alright, I think that one's touching the wall completely. So it's going to be a little sloppier. Not that one, this one. So hopefully that actually stays there. Alright. Well, that's some degree of progress, even though I want to pull my hair out right now. doesn't finish this. I mean, this one's fine. It should be fine. Like, there's enough flow there that it should all fit together. It seems like it's fairly solid. So I can probably sand these down to be flat. Overall, I've enjoyed streaming. I think it's been helpful to me, and hopefully it's been interesting for those of you who've decided to join me and watch. There are days like today where it's these are the days that I kind of wish I wasn't streaming, because there's parts I don't really want to show people. Sometimes that's the frustrating parts, and well, the parts that are frustrating for me, because then I wouldn't say they're embarrassing, but they're you don't feel great when you're struggling, and it's a little more weird when you have an audience watching you struggle. I wouldn't stop streaming because of that. It's just some aspects that I don't know, are a less optimal experience, I guess. Probably for both parties, both the viewer, me and the viewer. I think the majority of those of you who've decided to join me regularly wouldn't hold that against me. Days that I'm not having a great time, or it's not that interesting, I think you understand kind of what I'm doing, and know there's going to be stuff that's just not that interesting. And there's this thought that or feeling you should be constantly entertaining and doing stuff for your viewer, which of course you want them to feel welcome and enjoy what they're there for, because they're spending their time. At the same time, there's gonna be negative aspects that aren't really avoidable. Like today, I feel like this is definitely a day that I could have not streamed. And this is nothing anyone needed to see. was stuff I needed to do, I had to do it regardless, whether I'm streaming or not. And I probably could have found something else to work on. I could have like done some sculpting on the boots I started last week, or I've been kind of working on, and the hands. But I decided to prioritize a certain set of molds I needed to remake, and so these parts need to be molded. I have this and one more mold to make to reach this goal that I'm trying to hit for myself. So that is very important to me. And hopefully that's not, won't cause the stream to be too uninteresting. To round this down because I didn't want that notch to be a thing I had to like deal with later. I mean, for as much of a mess as this feels like it is, to me at least, I feel like it's also a step forward from the mold I made before that for these same parts. So that's at least an accomplishment for me. Alright, this needs to be repaired again. Okay, so I need to add a fin to this. So I guess I'll do that. So we've still got a little bit of time left. Add some glue dribble down onto this thing. Trying really hard not to break the stuff that I just spent hours making. I'm like forgetting I can just cut that stuff off when I make when I have the mold halves. I can just go in and cut off those little bits. I don't even know why I wasted so much time on those. Kind of letting my own issues get into my head and disrupt my ability to make good design choices, or prioritize, or whatever. Yeah, so today hasn't been like a great day as far as progress that I've made. I mean, I got stuff done, whatever, right? I can't be killing myself over it, but it could also be better. I'm gonna try to make a little cover for this part here. So I gotta try to estimate the size of this this peg hole. What am I doing? Just use a drill bit. Or this. That's too big. Where's the smaller one? That is the smaller one. That's too big. Yeah. Yeah, this one's the right size. It's just slightly bigger, which is probably what I want. Trim off this stuff. Well, it'll actually trim off. So then this should fit right over this peg opening. Yeah, so that'll go there. And then I'll just trim that later once it's dry. So so then I can build the rest of the reservoir on that. So this should be sealed. We're close enough at least. I can trim it later to seal it. So I'm going to add a fin to this. Let's see, so I've got this here. Yeah, so I could just do a pretty simple one here. Oh, it's rounded, that's right. Look at me. Alright, that's probably good enough. Make this slightly rounded. I can round this off too, because this doesn't need to be. There's no reason for that to have like a point. So that's going to be like this, so that needs the fin to be here. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. And this one's pretty much done. Getting these into the mold without breaking them is going to be a real trick. But this stuff should be like set up by tomorrow. So that's how we come back to build this. It should be fairly strong. Stuff is pretty strong once it dries. It's just, it takes a little too long to dry. Alright, so then once it's dry, I'll trim this down so it is more in line with that shape. This is good. I have to add on a piece at the top here to the reservoir. I'll make a part like this for the bottom. Oh, I should put a fin on this too. I can do that tomorrow. Yeah. So it's going to be kind of tricky to put these into a mold. I'm going to have to build these from the back, I think. Or maybe I build it upside down. Yeah, I think that's what I'll have to do. I think I have to build it. So it's going to go in the mold. The end is going to look like this. So, or sorry, like this. So I think I have to build the clay on this side first. So I'm going to build it like this. Yeah, because then these parts are so fragile that I would rather they all get covered in, well, I guess it's going to actually be like this. It's going to be kind of tricky. I'm going to have to think about this for a little while of how I'm going to build this. It's definitely not something I fully like planned. So it's going to be interesting to try to figure out the most optimal way to do that. Alright, well, thanks for showing up and hanging out, even though it was kind of a weird day. Hopefully the next session will be more interesting. If this all goes well, I'll be making the final mold and ideally be doing some test casts, which would be pretty exciting compared to, you know, this like weirdness of today. But it happens, and I can't get too down about that. So I'll see you on Wednesday, or on Friday. Thanks for watching.